Hit therapy.
I'm not reading.
Hit therapy.
What's going on, WikiManiacs? Welcome back to a Wednesday live show. It's your boy Josh, joined with John. What's going on, buddy?
This has got to be a record. This is right on the dot 11. Some might say 10:59 and 58 or 11:59, 58. We were on air. It's amazing.
That's true. We nailed the timing.
Sure did.
Very rare that we do that. What's going on, everyone? How's it going? It's been 2 weeks since we've done a public live.
We have. I do have a question about that. Since March is a little longer, are we doing another one next week before we do our, paywall one for the members and the patrons at the end of the month?
Might as well, right?
I don't know, chat. Do you want to see us again on another Wednesday? Because if you don't, then we'll take a time off.
Are you sick of us is the real question.
That's the real question.
And I'm okay with whatever answer it happens to be. Man, oh man. Did you see the new Spider-Man trailer, John? I know you're not a Marvel person, but
My friends were talking about it in our group chat this morning, and I'm like, oh shit, that's cool. I haven't even watched like the most recent one.
that's crazy. That was the one with like Tobey Maguire and everyone.
Mm-mm.
You
The
still
last Spider-Man I've watched was still Tobey Maguire's the
Oh
lead.
my god.
I don't watch movies. I don't watch shows.
Damn. I mean, yeah, that's fair. You do watch shows. It's just reality TV.
That's true.
Yeah.
Reality TV, trash TV. I did see the half a season of The Boys so far, and I'm like, damn, this shit is crazy.
First season?
First season.
Okay.
Does it get wilder?
Yeah, it gets more disturbing for sure. I'm not caught up, so I do have to because I think the final season comes out next month. So
Oh,
yeah.
I was like, damn, first scene, somebody got evaporated already. I'm like, damn.
Oh yeah, that happens a lot. Get ready
Holy.
for that. Oh man. Yeah. So if you're new to the Wednesday lives, basically it's another episode kind of thing, just a bonus one where we kind of do more free flowing, whatever subreddit we want. It's just John and I, because Sean still has to work full time, unfortunately.
Corporate life, unfortunately.
That's why we do the lives, actually, to hopefully get him out of it someday.
He makes us work so he can not work.
Yeah. Exactly. So,
Yeah.
or that's so Nancy can be retired. I think that's
true.
what he said.
Yeah.
So,
So he'll never leave corporate, but he'll retire as well.
yeah. Which
Which is a noble cause, in my opinion.
we could get Nancy on the Wednesdays.
I'm like, well, Nancy, you're on the payroll.
We're putting you to work. But yeah, so we do kind of anything from any subreddit. John and I switch with presenting, and then if you missed the live, no worries, because after this, I'm going to convert it into audio format, post it Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, wherever you listen, so that you can listen to it afterwards as well.
Absolutely.
John, is there anything you want to touch on before we jump into some stories today?
Yeah, for sure. Go to redditonwikishop.com. Your cursed images of the Animorphs, logos, designs. Check us out. There's 3 versions. One of Josh's handsome werewolf face, Sean's goat status, and one that should be redacted. Now, let's not talk about that last one, but redditonwikishop.com, and half of the profits for that one. If you purchase the Josh merch, it's going to go towards a lupus foundation in Canada. And if you purchase the other 2, please buy more of Sean's. Then that's going to go to a US version of a lupus foundation.
I almost want to share this screen.
Don't!
Let's see if I can do it. He's so scared. Let's see. Man, oh man, I gotta recall which one.
All right, while you're pulling that up, there's also another little personal shout out I like to do. If you follow if you guys have seen it on Patreon, I posted on our YouTube channel, as well as Reddit on Wiki account. If you follow my personal account at John's Poverty, this is week. Jesus Christ. This is week 2. What I'm doing is I actually had the opportunity to partner up with a organization called the North Texas Food Bank. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm pledging a penny for like every follower that I gain. And so far, we've donated as I think about $35 so far that we've donated to the charity. So
Hell yeah.
all you have to do is hit follow. No pressure. If you want to watch my content, feel free to do that. But best believe your followership is going towards a good cause.
Yeah. By the way, here's the kitty wet.
Fuck!
That middle one is cursed. This is the greatest merch we've ever done.
This is I don't even want to talk about it.
It's so good.
Oh.
Also, shout out to Demise, our Wikimaniac who designed it. I think all 3 of the designs. So shout out to you.
Yeah, this is my demise. Seeing this, this is
Oh, it is hard to look at. I gotta put it down. It feels like it's cursing me.
I want to throw up just looking at it.
Oh, like a cat. Hairball.
Hairball. Jesus Christ.
Holy shit.
Oh man.
So John, before the show, you were telling me you brought only positive ones to the show, or at least not negative ones.
They're not too crazy. Nothing rage baity.
Okay. I might have only brought rage baity ones, so
cool. Balance.
We're balanced out.
That's what Wednesdays are all about, you know.
A namaste, if you will.
And namaste the fuck out of the sad stories, because holy shit, there's so much things going on in the world right now. I'm like, you need a little bit mix of both.
Yeah, a good balance. Well, you know what? Why don't we kick it off with a uplifting story, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Or a non-negative one. John, take it away.
Okay, this is not the too happy one. So let's start out with this one this one's kind of neutral. This is going to spark some conversation because there's a lot of Reddit basically deemed it one thing, but I think there was a lot of points where I actually want to hear your thoughts about this.
I actually wonder if we took the same one then.
Ooh,
I'm curious.
All right. Shit. Let's see. BB just man asked, "Are you raw dogging life too, John?" Actually, I just recently went back to medication after like 4 months of not taking it. I told the boys, like, I think we recorded Monday. I was like, I am fucked up today because the side effects are killing me right now, and it still is. So Josh has got to bring the energy, and my guy is sick too.
I'm okay today.
Oh, okay,
but
that's good.
It is midday in the office, so there are other people in here.
Yeah, and I also went up in like dosage too, so I'm like, whoa, I'm getting fucked up.
You're feeling it. I like it.
I'm feeling it bad. All right, first story of the day. Hopefully, Josh and I didn't pick the same one. This is posted on Am I the Asshole?
I think it is the same one.
It's by
excited.
Eastern Trifle 464.
Oh, I don't have it up right now, but
the title is "Am I the Asshole for not staying after our niece got arrested?"
Oh no, different one.
Look at that.
And
we haven't crossed paths yet so far.
Our streams have not crossed.
Do you want it to?
No, I'm good. Not staying when your niece got arrested. I'm going to say not the asshole. Lessons learned and whatnot. Your niece maybe did something shitty, and it's like, maybe a night in jail might be good for you or something like that.
All right, let's see where this story goes. So we were all going to be flying back from a family member's wedding. A bunch of us were on the same flight that got canceled. We were able to get tickets for another flight that had a layover. My sister sneakily got a flight on a direct flight. She basically just left us with her 17-year-old daughter because she said she had to get back home from work. We know she didn't tell us because she knew we would not have agreed, and she knows we all think her daughter is a pain in the ass.
Okay.
So
we're tracking where I was thinking.
Yep. But anyway, with no other options, we took her with us to the airport, and she was her moody, difficult self the whole time. While we were waiting in the airport during our layover, she got up to supposedly go to the restroom. Well, when she got back, the airport police came up and she got arrested for shoplifting.
Hmm. I do feel bad for this kid though, because it sounds like they just got abandoned by their mom.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty shitty too.
Yep. The police said that since she was 17, she would be charged as an adult there and transferred to the county jail.
Interesting.
And for context, and OP put this in a comment, they're in Texas right now. So I guess that's the law in Texas.
But 17 is adult?
17 can be tried as an adult.
Ooh, interesting. Because feels like 18 is the
Yeah.
is the adult, and that's when you get charged as an adult. But okay,
Yeah.
continue.
They said that she could be out tomorrow, or it could take longer depending on how busy they were. We all had our own places to be, and we were tired from dealing with travel stuff. Most everyone, notably besides me, had younger kids that were also tired and cranky. No one wanted to change their flight again and get a hotel, so they could stay and wait for her. At this point, to be honest, we were just fed up with her. We talked to the police about it, and they said it would be okay if we took our flight. So we relayed the information to my sister over text. She was upset and demanded that someone stay, and we couldn't just abandon her there. That's your job.
Yeah, you abandoned her there first.
Yeah. By the way, we did check to see, and there were multiple flights my sister could take to get there by tomorrow. She said she couldn't because she had work. We said, so do we. But that was it before we got on our flight. So when we got home, my sister was freaking out because we all left, even though she said she had work. She is now mostly just mad at me for leaving since I didn't even have kids like the others, and she thinks my work is much more flexible compared to hers, and they would have believed if I had just lied about flight issues or used more days off. To Reddit, am I the asshole?
Ooh. Man, I do feel bad for the kid because it seems like everyone's abandoning them.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you got kind of dumped on. Like, just, hey, here's my kid. I'm leaving you with them, which is like, in general, we're like, that's a terrible thing to do. Yeah, I don't know. I'm leaning towards not the asshole or everyone sucks. That's kind of where
Okay.
I am. I'm curious to see where Reddit was, because there are multiple ways to look at this. It's like, yeah, she is technically your responsibility right now, so you should be there and probably hang out. But also, you didn't ask for this responsibility,
Mm-hmm.
and it kind of just got dumped on you. The mom is obviously the number one.
Oh, for
asshole.
sure. Yeah.
And like, yeah, the kid's not great, but I think she's acting out because she's being abandoned, and it's probably like a cry for attention.
Yep.
And then, yeah, like a minor sucking for OP, because it's like, you probably should be there for that kid because it sounds like no one else is. But I get you have your own responsibilities in life as well.
True. Yeah, so the flare that Reddit agreed on was not the asshole.
Okay.
And I was kind of in a somewhat of a similar boat, but I see where some people might lean towards everyone sucks here. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of sitting on that everyone sucks here fence because, like you said, Josh, like I feel like this kid is acting out because of one, bad parenting, in my opinion,
Yes,
because
very
they
clearly.
probably weren't taught proper manners or that. And as obviously though, we could see that the mom can just abandon the kid like that. Maybe the kid is lashing out like on your, like what you're saying, it's because they don't really have proper like adult figures to look up to, unfortunately.
Mhm.
And it does suck being abandoned like as a kid during that situation, even though she is close to being an adult. But still, that is sucky being abandoned like that. But the top comment for this one, that is what people agreed on, that is not the asshole. J Do 5,000 commented, not the asshole. What is she mad about for abandoning her own daughter or raising her so poorly that as a teen she's shoplifting in an airport? So
Yeah.
that's like the unanimous not the asshole comment.
No, that's exactly it. It's like the mom is the number one asshole here.
Mhm.
And then like OP
Yeah,
is
agreed.
being put into a situation that's unfair to them. It just sucks for that kid. I feel like the kid is getting left behind in the situation, which is
Yeah.
unfortunate.
And then the top, I guess, controversial comment here, which is leaning more towards everyone sucks here. Sock Overshoe 22 commented, everyone sucks here. The mother shouldn't have left her daughter with her aunt, especially without asking. Leaving a kid in an adult jail in a foreign country, even though they clarified that it was Texas, you suck for doing that. I do have a question since you didn't mention it. Your sister said your job is more flexible. Is it? And then Eastern Trifle 464 OP was like, didn't really say what their job was, but they said it wasn't a foreign country. It was just a different state, which they clarified that it was Texas. So I do kind of like, now more that we're talking about it, I do lean a little bit more towards everyone sucks here. I will say,
eh,
go ahead, Josh.
It's not an equal one. You know what I mean? Like there's those gray areas where everyone sucks, and it's like OP doesn't suck for being put in the situation. It just sucks that they were put in the situation and that the kid got abandoned. I don't necessarily blame OP because it's like, yeah, that is your job. That is your responsibility to make sure you make it to your job so that you don't lose your job. And I get that being put in that situation sucks, but I do feel bad for your niece in this situation for being abandoned. It's like the softest asshole to OP, but it's like the mom is the 99.9% asshole in this.
That's
scenario.
where I'm at. I mean, at most, I was gonna go like OP is like 10% asshole, just so we can get like a 90-10 split. But we're pulling hairs here.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I do believe that the mom, the kid's mom is the asshole, because it's like, at the end of the day, why do you feel so entitled to the point that it's like you can just abandon your child and stick it to other,
right?
Just because they're family doesn't mean like they have to take care of them, and it's the mom is terrible in this scenario.
Oh yeah, that's be all end all, I think, is where that is. And then it's like we're splitting hairs over everything else where it just,
and then of course, and then like the everyone on camp saying like, oh, you're an asshole, was basically the same thing as like, you should never abandon a kid like that.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And I could see why she's acting out and shoplifting. I do think it's crazy they're charging as an adult. That's wild.
In my opinion. On the comments, they put, yes, in Texas, minors can be charged as adults, especially if they're 17. Also, thank you for the $5, Ray.
Weird. That is weird, in my opinion. It feels
someone did say Texas is like a whole other country.
Yeah,
so we have a bunch of weird rules.
It just feels like you're slapping a minor with a charge that could ruin their entire life. When it's like, it's not like they shoplifted. It's not like they, physically harmed someone. It's so I don't know. That's my opinion.
I feel like a whole gang of family was there. Maybe they could have just, airport security could have took the kid, just be like, hey, is this part of your family? And let it fucking be settled. They were like, all right, we're just gonna pay for whatever they fucking stole.
Yeah.
Give them like a little warning, minor infraction or some shit.
Minor infraction. So we're done with the story then?
We're done with the story.
I'm just going to check out some of the donos sent in. Azaleas and Anxieties sends $2 and says, I bought a car. Thank you, everyone. I love you. Shout out.
Let's go. And shout out to the WikiManiacs who participated in the GoFundMe for Azaleas and Anxiety. You guys are go.
Hell yeah. And then, like you said, Ray in the chat said Texas can be charged as an adult at 17. They send $5. Thank you, Ray. And then Xander sends 20 Mexican pesos, is it? Mm-hmm. I always forget. So I'm so bad at this. Say, hola, WikiManiacs. Buenos dias, Josh. Dono for Sean.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So
getting good at Spanish, my guy.
I feel like Buenos dias is pretty common knowledge. I don't know if the bar should be raised. But thank you all for the donations there. And we'll move on to my first story, John.
Let's get it.
So this one was posted on r/relationship advice by Plastic Swordfish 84. The title for this one was, I, 26 female, told my boyfriend, 26 male, I sometimes missed the freedom of being single, and he broke up with me on my birthday.
Ooh. Tough. But then again, did you deserve it?
Yeah, that's a tough thing to say to someone.
It's like, hey, I got you the gift that you want. Freedom.
Freedom, the freedom you desire.
The freedom you desire.
All right. So I was waiting for you to say asshole or not, but I guess I'm in the wrong category.
Oh shit, yeah, huh? So
no, it's not an
it's
asshole.
a relationship advice.
It's a relationship advice. This is on me. So I, 26 female, have been with my boyfriend, 26 male, for 2.5 years. A couple nights ago, we were lying down together and having a really open conversation about different things going on in our lives. The conversation felt safe and honest, and I really thought I had a good feeling about it. At one point, I told him there was something I wanted to share, but asked him to promise not to get mad and just listen first. I told him that he's the love of my life, and when I say what I'm about to say, it doesn't mean I miss other guys or want other men in my life. In fact, the idea of being with anyone else actually makes me uncomfortable. However, I told him that I sometimes miss being single. Not because of dating other people, but because of the freedom that it comes with. When you're single, you don't have to think about another person in every decision you make, and life feels like it has less responsibility. I also told him that I don't want to break up with him, and that I was just sharing this because I wanted to be honest instead of hiding feelings and eventually building resentment. He got extremely upset. That night, he left my place. I begged him not to give me the silent treatment, especially because the next day was my birthday. After he left, I called him and texted him, but he never responded. The next day, on my birthday, he finally answered, and he was still very angry. He told me he was breaking up with me and said he didn't care that it was my birthday. He said he felt used and accused me of wanting to break up just so that I could hang out with other guys. He kept saying I wanted to be in a relationship but also be single. We had actually planned a birthday trip to Niagara Falls that he was supposed to take me on, but instead he canceled everything and didn't celebrate with me at all.
Nah, he just wanted his money back, bro. It was like, I also missed my bank account when I was single.
During our phone call, I tried to explain the reason I sometimes miss being single is also because I often feel like I'm walking on eggshells around him. He could be very strict, and when he gets angry, he sometimes gives me the silent treatment or holds things over me for a long time. I tried apologizing and explaining that I was sharing my feelings because I wanted to fix things. But he kept on insisting that the only reason I said that was because I wanted other guys. I ended up crying most of my birthday and felt really awful. I understand that what I said could have hurt someone's feelings. If someone told me that, I might be upset too. But I feel like I would ask more questions about why they feel that way instead of reacting like I caught them cheating. How would you interpret a partner saying they miss the freedom of being single, but still want to stay in a relationship? And what would a healthy way for both partners be to handle that conversation?
Honestly, this might have been the best birthday present you ever got, Ed, friend. I'm not going to lie to you, because
True.
I feel that if you are in a relationship, especially a long-term one where you see a potential future, you guys are 2 years in and you already feel like you're walking on eggshells. And to be honest with you, you should never feel like you're walking on eggshells when you're in a great relationship, because things that you say like that, like if like let's say Juliet said that to me, like, hey, sometimes I miss being single. I'm like, okay, what part of aspects do you miss? Like, do you miss just like going out with your girls, doing shit like that? Personally, I wouldn't get offended because I like to do things on my own too.
Yeah,
So
there's nostalgia of like, college days when you're like hanging out with your buddies or whatever. Like there's like stuff that you can miss about being younger in general, but like I don't think it's like tied to a relationship necessarily.
But I think it's like, if you did have a healthy relationship.
Sorry. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
The interpretation would have been different. I think they would have been more receptive, and a conversation would have been had. It seems like the previous history with you two is like, one, he seems like a combustible guy. He doesn't really have the emotional intelligence to have a conversation, to like, dig deeper and ask like, what is it really that you want? Let's figure this out together and let's work something out. And let's say the conversation ends in a line where it's like, you do reveal your true feelings that like, maybe I'm not in the relationship. Fine. That could happen too. But like, I feel like a good relationship, there would have been a compromise to be had. All right, like maybe you can have like you do your own thing one day or some shit like that, or we can do hobbies together or by yourself or whatever. I just feel like the boyfriend wasn't fully ready to be in this relationship, and he just was looking for an excuse to get the fuck out and put the blame on OP.
Yeah, as Persona in chat said, describing your partner as strict with you is always a red
Yeah.
flag. It's like, yeah, your partner should never be strict with you. And I'm with John here. I think this is probably the best birthday present you could have received
Mhm.
going forward anyway, because like you might not have felt, trapped in this relationship, but I think your subconscious might have. And that's why you have felt the need to, talk to him about this. And so, like, yeah, you might not have, consciously meant that you wanted to break up, but at least starting that conversation might have been the reason. You know what I mean? Like, and I mean, if you was a better person or a better partner, it might have been like, yeah, like follow up questions on that.
Yeah.
The fact that he seems prone to snapping and getting extremely upset
That's the thing. Yeah.
is a red flag to me. So yeah, I think this is probably the best case scenario.
I would have felt for him a little bit more. Like, of course, we're only getting OP's perspective here. I would have felt for him more if, like, OP described him as like, he's patient. We have conversations. Like,
Yeah.
he listens to like, what I have to say. Blah blah blah. But his kind of mentality is just like snap at every like tough situation. So, I don't know. Like I said, it might suck for some people to hear that, but
Oh,
again,
it would, yeah. But I think
based on like his behavior so far, I feel like this is a win-win for you, girl.
yeah, and I think like that conversation would be hard because I think it shows that maybe there is something wrong with the relationship,
Yeah.
and then that could, I mean, like that's also a conversation to have if that's the case. So yeah, I think we covered all the comments that I picked out. So we can move on to your next one, John.
Hell yeah. All right. So moving on to the next story. This one is from r/advice.
Ooh,
And this is from Weird Earth. The Earth do be weird.
okay.
And the title for this one is, Do I tell my wife the truth after 11 years?
Oh man, I mean, the truth is usually better. So I'm gonna
What if
say
the truth is like they miss being single,
Oh,
Josh?
well, then that's concerning in itself. If you've been with your wife for 11 years. Ah, man. I'm going to say yes. And that it's something, like we've had those stories where it's like, I don't like this food, but I told my wife on the first date that I liked it. And now she makes it for me. So I'm imagining it's something like
Oh,
that.
do we have a Nos Josh Dalmas situation here? Because he got that shit right. All right,
Damn.
let's read this story. So, when we first started dating, my girlfriend asked me what my favorite meal was so she could cook it for me for our 1 month anniversary.
Man, I hit this on the head.
You really did. We were 16, and I told her my favorite meal was chicken parmesan. I had to do it. Shout out, Sean. She cooked it for me from scratch, and it was delicious. However, I realized that what I meant to say was chicken Alfredo.
Oh my God.
I felt bad that she went out of her way to cook what she thought was my favorite meal, so I didn't correct her or myself. Fast forward to now. We've been together for 11 years.
Oh,
We've been married for 2 years, and once a month or so, she still makes me chicken parm for me because she thinks it's my favorite. That's fucking sweet. Not
that
gonna
is
lie.
so sweet.
It's good, but it's really just not my favorite. At this point, it's way too late to tell the truth, right?
Uh No, well, I don't know. I don't think so. I think you should be able to tell her. I'm just imagining if I did this to Sienna, she would be like, "You're so stupid." It sounds like she'd be willing to learn the Alfredo as well. So I don't know. Alfredo's honestly probably easier. So I think anyway. So yeah, I think you should be able to tell her. Or yeah, someone said that is your favorite now. Maybe that you change tastes.
Ooh, well, top comment for this one, Josh. Pleasant Result 6236 commented, ask her to make chicken Alfredo and hype it so much and say, I might be reaching, but this might be my new favorite. How'd you manage to do that? and just talk about it so much. And then when she asks what you want for a special dinner, pretend to be stuck between the two. Scratch your head and sigh and say, no, I really think I want chicken Alfredo. Last time you made it, it was so good. I've been craving it ever since.
This dumbass will forget the two and be like, parm, right? As soon as he says it, shit. That's not a bad idea, I guess. Like, it would be so funny if she made it for you and you're just like, damn, the parm's better.
There is a quick update though.
Ooh.
They put, I'm glad my travesty brought so many of you joy. I apologize for taking so long to update you all, but I was vexed with a life-altering decision and needed to weigh the responses I received. I ultimately decided to tell my wife the truth.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I made the right decision after all, because I am far more embarrassed now than I ever was over this. I have never seen my wife laugh the way she did that night. Just when I thought she was done laughing, she would start up all over again. We now have this incredible inside joke for the rest of our lives together.
Hell
Huge
yeah.
thank you to everyone who commented their advice.
And you know what's funny? We got two different responses in the chat. Raven Run says making a good roux that leads to a good Alfredo sauce is hard to do. And Amy Cake says homemade chicken parm is a lot more labor intensive. I'd be kind of pissed. So depends on who you are. One's easier, one's harder.
That's true.
But that is funny. I mean, that's honestly what would happen if I did the exact same thing. Sienna would be like, you're so dumb. And then I would never hear the end of it.
Oh, shit.
And deservedly so. All right. Sorry. Just checking the donos here. We got one from Lena the Conqueror, who sends $2.
Ooh.
Oh, in reference to the first story, it says, tell the kid to be more discreet next time in regards to shoplifting.
Hey, they used to steal Yu-Gi-Oh cards back in the day, so.
LT Starbright signs up for another 6 months and says, thank you guys for the cameo and shout out for my kid. He's going to absolutely lose his mind when I show him next weekend. Heart emoji.
Ooh.
Yeah. Excited for him to see that cameo where
Tell
John's
your
his favorite.
Lieutenant Starbright, please keep telling your kid to keep bullying you because that shit's hilarious.
All right, John. So we just had a wholesome relationship one. Let's jump into
Fuck it up.
something else. It's not that. But that I think you can not relate to, but speak upon certain things in this.
Okay.
Because they're definitely not off the title, but based on the story. So don't take an offense to the title. But
I take no offense to anything besides the Sunny. That shit's disgusting.
that's fair. But it's posted by Water Bear, and I think relationship advice it might have been originally posted on. But it's posted on Best of Editor updates right now, so there will be an update. But the original title is My Boyfriend Just Got Married. Not to me. Am I an idiot for staying in the relationship?
Were you a side piece or was this like an egg? You said my boyfriend just got married to someone else?
Yep.
What the fuck?
Yep.
What the fuck? All right. Okay. All right. Let's go. Let's hear this.
All right. I mean, the trigger warnings are fraud and infidelity. So, I mean, feel that's a lot of our stories we do. So you can skip this if you want, but let's hop into the story. So I, 25 female, and my boyfriend, 25 male, have been together for 8 months. My boyfriend is in the military and absolutely hates his job, and especially having to live on base with 18-year-old idiots in a place where his boss can come find him at any hour of the day or night and tell him to do something.
That sounds about right.
Having had my fair share of bad living situations, I completely understand how that one faucet in your life can make such a big difference, and I know how much he wants out.
Let me guess. He fucking married someone so he can get out of the dorms and they can get more fucking BAH, huh?
Don't
All right,
spoil
let's
the
get
story,
to
John. The problem is he isn't high enough rank to live off base unless he's married.
I knew it.
He has brought up the idea a few times before, and I always told him it upset me to think of him marrying someone else, even just on paper. Which is like why would he bring up marrying someone else and not you?
Buddy, I ain't gonna lie to you. This is a thing.
Is it? Okay.
This is more common than you think.
Okay, hold on to the end of the story. I knew you'd have something to speak on it because I think you've talked about it briefly before. So, last week he started pursuing it more intently with a coworker of mine who is Canadian and hoping to gain citizenship. We had a long talk and I told him all of my concerns, and he told me he was thinking about it as solely a business deal and it wouldn't change anything between us. I still told him I really didn't want him to do it. The next day, he picks me up at work and tells me he's meeting the girl to go get married that evening. I flip out. He drops me off and it takes me 3 hours to 3-hour walk to talk myself into staying in the relationship. But he showed little to no remorse about it when we talked later. Just gave a trite apology when I asked for one, and hasn't been doing anything to try and make it up to me or make me feel loved and respected. I'm absolutely in love with him and I want to be with him. I feel like we mesh so well and we're perfect for each other. He assured me that he loves me and doesn't want our relationship to be temporary, etc. He won't be living with her, as he'll get his own apartment and she'll just have her name on the lease, and that will be her official residence. They'll have a joint checking account just for paying rent and bills, etc. Honestly, I see this working out very badly, and I'm pretty sure they're not going to get away with it. All of his coworkers and bosses know me or about me, so him suddenly being married to someone else is going to be a giant red flag. Not to mention they're trying to screw with immigration laws, which is just a ridiculously stupid idea, since any casual look into either of them will make that obvious that they're not in a relationship. Haven't had communication with each other before about a week ago, and are doing this as a scam. But there's no reasoning with him about it. So am I being stupid for staying in this relationship just because I'm in love? Or is that enough to make it worth staying and trying to work things out?
Kinda? Because I feel like you're being stupid for being with a stupid person. Okay, like I said, Josh, this is more common than you think, and I'll explain why. So, in the military, if you are a service member, probably I was in Air Force, so I'm a little bit more spoiled. So, usually you can't move out until you're either like a senior airman or like E4 if you're enlisted, or like E5 when you're like in a sergeant ranks, because those are usually the time frame that you can move out. Or if there's like a barracks or a dorm overfill, then sometimes they take people to like do that.
Right.
The reason why they do that is because you get something called a basic housing allowance, called BAH. So on top of that, you also get a BAS, which is like kind of like a grocery stipend, so that you can have some like money to think. The thing is, like, depending on the area that you live in, COLA, which is cost of living allowance, also takes into accountability. So not only that, is like you can possibly pocket so much money when you're like have basic BAH to BAS, as long and depending on where you're stationed at. I see this happen more towards like people who are both in the service, like marrying into each other, because they get a little bit more and they get to kind of merge like their accounts, and they both get BAH and BAS. So like there's a lot of money involved in the situation. But this isn't that situation. So this isn't really a financial game. This is more of like, why? What the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
I get you're trying to help someone gain citizenship. First of all, I don't know why you're trying to gain citizenship in the US. What the fuck are you doing?
You're Canadian.
If anything, I'll go to fucking Canada or something. So I don't know why they fucking did this and why they wouldn't just marry OP.
That's what I was thinking, because it's just like, why not just your girlfriend that you're dating already? I get like it's maybe not like, it's not as special of a reason to get married, but it's like, if that's truly like this will help you in your life, why not just, get a elope or whatever, and then have like a actual marriage later on, where maybe you guys have more money or something like that. But you're just like, no, I'm gonna marry her coworker actually from Canada.
Yeah, like what? This going on? I really think this, like some people in the chat saying like he's cheating already. Low key,
I mean, I wouldn't put it past him. Yeah, like based on it seems weird to me. And I think you're dumb for staying in that. Because
And to add as well, Josh, like let's say the boyfriend does indeed get married with the coworker, and some people in their chain of command just happen to find out that this is some fucking weird ass marriage, and let's
Scam.
say
Yeah.
the boyfriend is still in contact with OP and they're still having, like the relationship they had. Homeboy is gonna get dishonorably discharged because
For
cheating in the
cheating.
military
Mm,
is adultery is a no-no, even though it happens all the time.
yeah.
But like if it's proven and you get caught, you're fucking gonna have a bad stain in your record. So this is just a stupid ass situation all around.
All right. So let's get some comments before we hit the update here. So commenter said, "Are you kidding? Yes, you're an idiot for staying in this relationship. For the record, what your boyfriend doing is incredibly illegal. I believe the penalty for doing this is much harsher than for enlisted as a
Get that Article 15, baby, and the UCMJ is above some laws. So military law is so different to civilian law. It's
Okay.
crazy.
Maybe that's what they're trying to say. I don't understand it. But OP responds and says, "Yeah, I know. I think he made an incredibly stupid decision. The potential consequences for both of them are incredibly high. He could get fired, which will have major negative impacts on the rest of his life trying to get jobs. She could get deported, and they could both be fined ridiculously and or go to jail. It just sucks because before this happened, everything was so wonderful with him. We're so ridiculously happy together. He just made a stupid, irresponsible, reckless mistake." That's the other thing about this is like, even if this is like a reckless, like stupid thing he did, I still wouldn't want to be with someone who just makes reckless decisions like that. So-
Exactly.
Someone asks, "Why not just marry you?" To which OP says, "He could, but he's not ready to be actually married. So it would still be a contractual thing, and I'm not about to do that. He actually proposed it once, then told me he felt guilty for thinking about using me that way." So, sounds like something they talked about. And then someone asked, "Have you spoken to the bride-to-be?" And OP responded, "Yes, she's on a student visa. I actually talked to her today to try and talk some sense into her. In brackets, not to save the relationship. It's definitely clear that that's over now. But because she doesn't deserve to be deported or jailed because he's an idiot. Apparently all she wants is permanent residency, not citizenship. Just for a few things like access to scholarships and other opportunities that are not available for international grad students. Still, I imagine this is going all kinds of wrong." So I don't know if there must be a difference between like permanent residency and not citizenship, right?
I mean, I was a permanent resident for a long time. I think I don't know if you can vote as a permanent resident.
Probably not. No.
I'm not entirely.
I'm sure there's rights you don't get, but
Yeah.
I don't know what they are.
Yeah, because I was naturalized. Like I was a permanent resident for like 10 years of moving here, and
Right.
then I got naturalized after. So it's been a while, so I don't know what the actual details.
No,
are.
that's fair. I just didn't know if you knew off the top of your head, but that's okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get in.
Well, another suggestion. Why doesn't Homeboy have friends that are like, hey, you trying to you trying to help someone out? If you want to make somebody like, why you specifically, my guy? What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. It seems weird. So quick update from OP. They say, "Thank you, internet strangers. I think I knew as soon as it happened that this relationship was doomed. Honestly, on Thursday when we talked about it, he was so completely resistant. I knew, but he tried to make me believe that I was the one being selfish and unreasonable and overly emotional. And because I loved him, I tried to believe him. I tried to convince myself that I could excuse this, that it wasn't a big deal, and that it wasn't worth breaking up over. I needed strangers to tell me that I'm not the insane one, but that it's insane to think about being with a person who would do something like this. So thank you for the validation." So that was the short edit update. And then there is an update 2 weeks later. That was actually a post, like a follow-up post in the same subreddit. So my boyfriend, 25 female my 25 female ex-boyfriend, 24 male, did something so incredibly, unbelievably hurtful, thoughtless, and disrespectful, and then tried to make me feel like I was being irrational for thinking we couldn't make it work, and I had to break up with him after an 8 months relationship. So they're officially done. His actions during this time showed me that he clearly had little to no regard for me and never truly loved me. In fact, when we were breaking up, he actually told me that, quote, it was never real. So,
Get the
yep. Obviously, I was and am angry. I'm angry that I was treated this way, that he would do this and say that. I'm angry at myself for ignoring the signs and warnings and staying with him as long as I did. I'm angry at her for marrying him, and I'm angry with them both for going on a camping trip together with people I introduced him to. People I have worked,
fuck it, bro.
people I have
Tell
to
it.
with. And less than a week after we broke up, I'm angry. But I'm also really sad. It hurts that I lost my best friend, the person I was closest to, the person that I loved. It is painful to lose my companion and the person that I spend at least 48 hours straight with every weekend. It's really hard to try and figure out how to be alone, even though he never thought about it in these terms, and even though it was, quote, never real. I miss it being us, and I'm heartbroken and really miss him. And that's the hardest thing about this, because all my friends are rallying to my side and supporting me and calling him an asshole and telling me how much better I am without him, and that I shouldn't have a problem getting over such a thoughtless idiot. But I am having problems getting over him, and I can't go to them with my sadness. They won't get it. They'll tell me he doesn't deserve my tears. They won't allow me to feel what I'm feeling. It confuses and angers me too, because I know that it's true that I'm better off without him. I can look back in time and identify red flags. I can see actions I excused as they really were selfish and thoughtless. I know that I deserve better and I don't want it back, but I'm still really sad that I lost him. This is a terrible ranting post, and I'm sorry. Thank you for giving me an outlet to express my confusing emotions and grieving for my failed relationship. So.
Oh, OP, you know me. I like being petty. All right. You want to go nuclear revenge route on your boy? Here's what you should do. You happen to know what station he's in.
Oh.
And you also find out what unit he's in.
Oh.
Guess what, my friend? Most units have the first sergeant or whatever it is equivalent to your or whatever branch that you're in. You contact, say, first sergeant and say, "Sir, ma'am, this is my ex-boyfriend. This was the situation that I was in. This is what I was, dealt with." You post basically what you put on Reddit. Tag that motherfucker in charge and say, "This is what he did." I'm not saying they're going to do anything about it, but people are going to look at him differently. Guess what? Fucking those type of treatment and him not getting promoted, possibly fuck up his career, possibly fuck up your friend's life. I would do it, but that's just me.
Damn. I mean, I agree with you. I think I think he deserved on his part, and honestly, her part. She's terrible. Like she's your coworker who's doing this to you.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty shitty thing to do to someone.
I'm just saying, they stoop that low. Sometimes, girl, you gotta stoop lower.
Toast Night in our comments said, "Homegirl got love bomb and dickmatized." I've never heard dickmatized before.
Oh yeah,
but
dickmatized is a thing. Yeah. Now he's dishonorably discharging on her, girl. Get her
Jesus
dishonorably
Christ.
discharged too. Got me
I hate
fucked
that.
up. Juliet makes fun of me sometimes. Like she's like, like all the jobs that you've ever held, you are the biggest fucking red flag ever. I was like, you know what? You're right. She was like, you were in the military.
Yep.
You were in HR.
Yep.
And now you're a podcaster.
Oh yeah.
She's like, you're a fucking walking red flag. I'm like, you still love me, right?
Multiple red flags cancel out all the red flags, right? It's like double negative.
No, there's only 3. I need a 4th red flag.
I'm
short. I'm a short king. There's 4.
I don't know if that's a red flag necessarily.
I mean, there's a lot of short guys that have Napoleon complex.
Yeah. People with Napoleon complexes.
Yeah, let's just say I have that. So let's fuck it. They're all double negative. That's a positive thing.
Sure. Oh, you live in Texas. There you go. That's your 4th.
Oh, yeah. But I'm a California kid at heart. So
yeah, but right now you live there. So like if you told someone your resume of like, I live in Texas, I'm a podcaster.
Okay, I need a 6th one now. The events.
Just show them your merch this month.
Fuck.
That's your 6th red flag.
Oh shit.
Big shout out to LT Starbright who sends $5. Says, I don't need to tell my kid to bully me. He does it for free. Hell yeah. Kelsey Ann 98 sends $5. Says, hi lads, it's been a minute since I got in a live. You brighten up my weeks. Hopefully you haven't forgotten about your news photographer WikiManiac. Absolutely not.
Ooh.
I find it crazy that we have people in legitimate, spaces that listen to the show.
We had WikiMania comment on one of a Brownies episode that they're like a neurologist. I'm like, damn, y'all smart. We're dumb.
Are we making you lose neurons?
Probably. The synapses aren't firing for majority of our brains most of the time. So we're sorry for dumbing you down.
I picture them operating on someone with a dumb pun in their ears. You're just saying he's discharging on someone else as they're operating.
Did someone say discharge?
Jesus. Lena the Conqueror sends $5. Says, my boyfriend married someone else and committed immigration fraud. Should I stay with him? Goofy face emoji.
My God.
And then Amy Cake 7 sends $5 and said, he sounds like a real kick-ass guy. Goofy face emoji. He's absolutely a kick-ass guy. For people who don't know where kick-ass came from, it came from I think the in-person December one where we talked about.
I think so.
Someone described their husband as a kick-ass guy.
Kick-ass guy, yeah.
And then he was the worst person we've ever heard. So
she proceeds not to contribute anything in the relationship whatsoever.
Yeah.
But he's a kick-ass guy.
Was that the guy who didn't eat with his family for like 10 years or something like that?
I don't know, because I think I remember like the story.
It was that same episode though, or same week.
I think so.
Yeah.
I feel like they said like they were pretty like involved with their kids, like to play with them. That's why they say he was pretty kick-ass. But everything else he was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I don't remember though.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, Justine says yes. Oh, yes, that's him. That's what Justine said. So they did confirm it.
Oh, okay, cool. Nice.
Yeah.
I've still got my memory. Hell yeah.
That.
Mama Duckery subs for a month, and then Ray the Lupinthrope, great name, is signed up for 5 more months and says, 5 months for my 30th birthday, which is tomorrow. Thank y'all for such an amazing community. Love y'all. Happy birthday.
Ray, I think your cameo is coming out tomorrow, Ray. That's out of schedule, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it is. We did that already. So happy birthday to you, Ray. John, do you want to take the next story?
Me turn. Okay. All right. This one is from r/relationship advice from Throw RA Secret Zero. And I got a burp. This was posted like peak pandemic. So this was posted November 2020. So just giving you a heads up.
Okay.
The title for this one is, my brother-in-law is making claims that he knows my secret and I don't understand.
I would ask him what the secret he thinks. Because is he trying to blackmail you? Like that's what it sounds like. I don't know.
Who knows?
You only brought wholesome stories though, so it can't be that bad.
Did I? This one is not that great. I think the rest of mine are
fine.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Story goes as this. My brother-in-law, 30 male, is my sister's, 29 female, husband. Well, yeah. We live on opposite sides of the country, and my sister and I aren't very close. So I'd say that we don't know each other very well. We see each other at family gatherings maybe a few times a year, and he's always come off as a very average, kind of quiet guy. Around 2 months ago, I received a text message from him out of the blue. It wasn't to check up on me or asking how I'm doing. The message said he's aware of what's going on, but that there was no need for me to worry, and he'd keep it. Hush, hush.
What the fuck?
I wrote a quick message back asking what on earth he meant, but all I received back was another reassurance that I had, quote unquote, nothing to worry about, and that he was on my side.
What?
At that point, I gave up and assumed it was some weird joke, even though my brother-in-law has always been pretty serious. Recently, I was in a Zoom call with my parents and sister. The first thing my sister asked when she saw me was, "Are you going to tell everyone the truth or just my husband?" Obviously, I
Motherfucker,
was
I didn't tell
confused.
your husband anything.
I didn't tell him shit. Obviously, I was confused, and I mentioned the text message brother-in-law sent me. But my sister still seemed angry at me, and I have no idea why. The next day, I called up my brother-in-law and asked him, what the hell is he going on with this? He was very cagey on the phone and just kept repeating rhetorical questions back at me. Like, do you know what's going on?
No.
Let's do like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'll admit that I lost my temper at one point and snapped at him since he wasn't giving me any answers. That was a bad idea since this morning I got a new text from brother-in-law telling me that he tried to do me a favor that I clearly don't appreciate. He mentioned, "We'll see what happens next weekend," which is the next time we're all meeting for a late Thanksgiving. Honestly, I'm terrified. The thing is, I have no idea what secret my brother in law could possibly be talking about. I don't live a very exciting life and I mostly keep to myself. There's still a part of me that's scared of whatever truth he says he's about to reveal, even though I don't think I've done anything wrong. What do I do?
I I have no idea what you do. I'm so confused. And why is no one telling you what the secret is? This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. I like if there's a known secret that I had about someone that I thought I knew about someone, I would approach the topic with them, but you're also not close with them. So I don't know. This is very weird. I don't know. Photoshop him
There's
in
a-
weird scenario and then blackmail him back. I don't know.
There is an update for this one, so
Okay.
there will be a reveal of like what that big secret is.
I can't
So-
imagine it's going to be anything. Like it's going to be the stupidest thing, probably.
Probably. And this one was updated about 3 weeks later, December 2020. They put, "Hi everyone. Just before Thanksgiving, I posted about my brother-in-law harassing me over a secret. Well, Thanksgiving came and I was terrified. I almost backed out entirely and stayed in bed all day instead of going to the Zoom meeting. I did end up going in the end, and the first 20 minutes were incredibly awkward. My family and I aren't really compatible at the best of times, but there were silences that lasted minutes. Eventually, my mother gave in and said, we'd better get this over with. I've never been more terrified in my life. I somehow snapped my phone case in half because I fidget with things when I'm nervous. My brother-in-law started talking about how he tried to keep my secret for me, but I clearly wasn't grateful. And then he told everyone, you should know that she's gay."
Is OP gay?
Mm.
But also not your secret to tell everyone if she hasn't told anyone. What
Yep.
the fuck?
Everything got really awkward again, except for a different reason. My whole family already knows I'm gay.
What a
I have
dumb,
no idea.
What a dumb motherfucker. Also,
I have
did he?
no-
Sorry, because your
Go ahead.
sister was grilling you as well, right?
Yeah.
Did she just not know the secret and he was just like,
She was just hiding it. Like, I'm gonna fucking have this as a big reveal to everybody.
okay, motherfucker, if you're not divorcing this piece of shit immediately,
That's what I'm
because
saying.
what a piece of shit thing to do.
Who the fuck out someone? Like, let's say OP didn't come out yet, right? Like, who does that?
Yeah, but also who builds it up as like a blackmail thing
Seriously.
and then
like,
exposes
wait,
it?
to cause anxiety? Are you fucking kidding me right
Yeah.
now? Oh, that guy's a douchebag. Sorry, I'm trying to find out where I left.
No, it's all good. My bad. I was
no.
interrupting you.
Are you good? My whole family already knows I'm gay. I have no idea how brother-in-law never found out before now. I don't get on with my family, but me being gay has never been one of our issues. It's something nobody bothers me about, and we don't talk about it. My sister lost it with him immediately and said, "Really? This is what you've been going on about?"
Good.
We ended up ending the Zoom call very early since my parents decided they were tired. But I think they both just didn't want to deal with this anymore, and they were sick of me and my brother-in-law.
What
I've
did I
decided
do?
to. I know, it's like, dude, it's your fucking brother-in-law that's like built up all this shit.
I've been living my life.
I've decided to block brother-in-law's number in my phone since other than this, we had no messages anyway, and I'm not going to be visiting my sister anytime soon.
Yeah, if I was your sister, I would really take a look at that relationship because it's like, okay, so he's homophobic, A, clearly, you know what I mean? And
Mhm.
B, willing to out my sister if we didn't know and like blackmail her over this, which is like,
yeah.
who cares? You know what I mean? It's her life.
Yeah.
It's who she likes. Who cares? It's nothing to do with you. God, people are so
and the
stupid.
fucking god complex of like, don't worry, your secret's safe with me. Like, it's like, oh, you don't appreciate that I'm keeping a secret for you? Like, bitch, what are we talking about?
No.
And a lot of people in the comment section were saying that they're glad that the sister was like rightfully pissed, and hopefully that this was a wake up call for them that they have a piece of shit of a husband.
Yeah, but also for the family to be like, oh, we're tired of both of you. Like,
I don't know why.
bitch,
Like,
what?
Opie didn't do shit.
I'm just living my life, and he's trying to blackmail me for something everyone knows already. God,
I fucking hate that brother-in-law, bro.
what a stupid piece of shit. That one pissed me off.
That's the last of my anger induced.
Oh yeah. Persona says, how did he find out?
That's a good question. I didn't see in the comments
Probably
section.
like social media or something like that.
Probably.
But it's like, if that's how you found out, then I presumably your sister follows you on social media, or your family, some of your family members. It's like, how would you think that's a secret? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to see their comment history, but I don't see anything in the comment history.
Yeah. Ian says, since this story is 6 years old, I hope the sister kicks him out. That's exactly what I
hope so too.
I'm not putting up with a homophobic partner.
Facts.
Who's willing to blackmail my sister. All right, John. Let's hit my next one here. Posted on Am I the Asshole? Sorry. And it's posted by Dancing Mama Toes. The title is, Am I the Asshole for thinking my daughter will look back and wonder why we treated her differently?
It depends how you treated them. Like, if you scarred the fuck out of them in childhood, maybe they won't look back, and then maybe they'll just place your ass in a retirement home. So I'm gonna go asshole for now.
Okay. I will say Reddit's flare had a wildly different take than the comments did, so I'm not sure where the flare came from.
Okay.
But I will read it out. I'm not going to spoil which way it goes, but I'll read it out and you can make your own judgment. And then we'll give you the weird flare and then the comments that I saw. So, our son, 5, Ken, was born on St. Patrick's Day. When I was near my due date with my daughter, 2, Amy, I hoped it'd be 11/11, so both my kids had a lucky holiday birthday, but she didn't. Second child thing is 100% a thing. I haven't felt as controlling of things for her as I did when Ken was born, with making everything just right, as there was a lot of anxiety when he was born, which could also pertain to being a COVID baby. Ken has had a party every year since his first birthday with all of our friends and family. Amy had a small party in our home with some close family and fewer friends and even fewer friends invited due to size. We wanted to have a big party and planned to maybe hold one later for her, but we weren't able to. She did have a big party on her second birthday, but I still feel guilty for that first one. 2 years ago, I was babysitting with my niece, 5, and she was saying she needed to make a leprechaun trap for school. We helped her build one and built one for ourselves. This is the 3rd year a leprechaun has been to our home, causing mischief for a week before the 17th. Here is where the real issue begins. I thought that the leprechaun was a new thing that parents were doing for kids like Elf on the Shelf. In no way did I think it was going to be strictly a leprechaun visiting Ken because of his birthday. That is what it has turned into. Ken gets so excited about Rascal, which is what they named the leprechaun, I guess, each year, and this is our 3rd year doing it. But apparently neither my brother nor sister did it for this year for their kids, because leprechauns are only coming for kids born on St. Patrick's Day. Which I've never heard this before.
Me neither.
Very confusing. I don't know how the heck that happened, but I at least thought the leprechaun was here visiting Amy as well. My mom made a comment when I picked both kids up last night that she was told differently. I didn't get to talk to my husband last night about it, but we woke up early to decorate this morning. This is the third year that Ken has woken up to balloons and streamers everywhere for his birthday. I asked daughter, DH. What's DH?
Dear husband?
Dear husband, thank you. I hate when they do it. Just say husband. Fuck. So much. It's confusing. I asked husband if we were leaving some coins behind for Amy. He said no, since the leprechaun is only here for Ken. I asked if that meant we were going to find something special to do for Amy's birthday then. He said no. He said by that time, she's old enough to realize that there was a leprechaun for Ken's birthday. We will have stopped because Ken is old enough to know they aren't real. I don't believe that's true. We started the leprechauns when Ken turned 3, only 8 months older than Amy is now. Even if we do 2 more times, it's enough for her to know. Also, when she's an adult, I don't want her to look back and wonder why we basically did a week-long celebration for her brother's birthday, where he'd wake up for streamers and balloons everywhere, and she didn't. Coupled with the first birthday and second child syndrome, is it wrong to worry about her feeling differently? My husband thinks I'm ridiculous for wanting to figure something out for her birthday. We fought about it, and he thinks I'm an asshole for trying to make things more difficult. So am I the asshole?
I'm going, yeah. It seems like you are doing, preferential treatment for one specific kid. I ain't gonna lie to you. There was a lot of details that I'm just like, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
Sounded like they had a lot of inside references that she just didn't explain very well.
I'm like, what? Is your kid a leprechaun? The fuck? Did you fuck? Are you like Elphaba's relative or I don't know?
All right, here,
like, green?
Let me give you a rundown. So basically, first birthday, they did a big thing for Ken. Second, for the second child, first birthday, they didn't. They had a smaller party. Whatever, the kid's not going to remember that. I'm going to be honest. But it sounds like from like his third or second birthday on, they've done this leprechaun thing
for him, right?
Where solely for him, this leprechaun called Rascal comes to their house and celebrates for his birthday.
A whole week.
Where they refuse to also include Amy or do anything for Amy's birthday specifically.
Yeah.
So that is the
because
summary.
Amy wasn't born at 11/11. Well, y'all fuck too late. How about that? That's your fault.
Or too early.
Or too early.
Yeah.
You fucking, discharged too early, huh? What happened? Or too late? That's on you, you dumbass.
Yeah.
And I think you two kind of suck as parents. For one, like you are treating your child differently, and it's so obvious that you prefer Ken. I mean, I'm probably not gonna get into way deeper than this, but there might be some sexism involved in this shit too, because like, I don't know, you're kind of preferring a dude. If you have the energy to do like a whole week shtick for your kid, I don't know, be creative, come up with something. There's like traditions for whatever month, like, your kid's born, do something similar. It's not too late to start now. And then like later down the line, when they do like, look back in their childhood and they're just like, we didn't do shit as a child. And then you're surprised they have no contact with your dumbass. That's on you.
Yeah, it's very clear they have a favorite, and her being like the second child syndrome thing is a real thing. It's like you're playing into that now, like you're thinking about it and referencing it. It's like, well, you're making it come to fruition, and like
for sure,
making your second child feel othered and your first child feel special. It's like, I don't know, just include her in the leprechaun thing. You know what I mean? Like make it 2 kids thing. I don't know why it's supposed to be a different. Like, why exclude one kid from this
Seriously.
thing? And she's only 2 now. Definitely next year she's going to recall it. Like, it's going to be something she remembers for a little bit anyway. And then, I don't know, throw some magic in both your kids' lives. I don't understand why you're excluding the one kid.
Yeah, someone suggested in the chat it was way too far down the lines. Some dress her up as a fairy or something. That's
Sure.
kind of in line with, leprechauns and fairies are kind of like,
Yeah.
you guys can come up with a theme together, yeah, or something. Something.
So the flare on Reddit was not the asshole. But based on all of the top comments, it should have been asshole. So I'm very confused as to what happened between the flare getting published and the comments turning.
Do they keep like editing or adding content?
They do edit, but I don't think it necessarily helps the situation. I'll read some of the comments so you can see my conundrum on this judgment. But International Fee says you are treating her differently. She doesn't have second child syndrome. She has crappy parents and a crappy family who treats her like a second-class citizen, which is basically what you were saying, John.
Yep.
And Kiso said, you and this notion of lucky birthdays created this problem, and you can stop it. Stop with the leprechaun thing. Let your kid wake up to streamers just because it's their birthday, and do the same for your second kid. You're going to eventually piss off your eldest kid as well if you keep associating his birthday with St. Patrick's Day. It sucks having a birthday near a holiday, and I say this as someone whose birthday is close to Christmas. The holidays inevitably overshadow your birthday. The best thing you can do for both your kids is to just make their birthdays about them specifically. If you do that, you'll be acting fairly with both of them. You're the asshole. And that was like, you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to celebrate the holiday, but do it with both kids.
Oh,
Like, you know, there's a magical thing you could do with both kids. Whatever. Throw some joy in both their lives. But just, I think, excluding both of them and focusing on this lucky birthday thing and it seeming like punishing your daughter for not being born on the lucky holiday or whatever, or lucky day, whatever, is pretty shitty. And then OP edits here and says, to everyone that genuinely responded, thank you. After sitting for a bit, I proceeded to do more mischievous things besides the balloons and streamers. I made a note from the leprechaun stating he loved the balloons and streamers Mom and Dad put up for Ken's birthday, that he hoped both kids had a wonderful St. Patrick's Day. He enjoyed visiting them both, and he left both the kids some money. I waited until the kids got up, let my son know that me and his father did the birthday streamers and balloons, and read him the note so he's well aware the leprechaun was for him and Amy. I don't think that he himself even realized or thought the leprechaun was only for him, as that was never my intention. I also made a big deal with Amy, showing her what the leprechaun left behind for her. I then told my husband that we were going to be decorating the house every year for both kids, and they will know it's us and not some magical creature. I feel for every one of you that was made to feel less than the other sibling or cousin. I will make sure I do my absolute best that neither of my kids ever feel the way they think or think they are unequal. So,
that's good.
Happy.
I wish, I mean, the comment section is also saying that, like, hey, the husband is, I think, is the ultimate villain in this because he was the one that was very adamant, like, we're not doing that shit. I wish you're also the kid's parent. I wish you had took a stand like way earlier too, because it seems like you have equal say in this. It's good that you came to that realization, and hopefully your husband is in line as well.
Yeah, because this is a fun thing to do as a family, but you were going about it the wrong way and just making it for one child. And actually, my in-laws have always done this thing on the first day of spring, which is a couple days from now, I think, where it's Captain Long John's Day. I guess it was like a holiday they created for like Sienna and her siblings, where it's like,
that's cool.
They put their long johns out and it gets filled with candy and stuff for the next day. So it's kind of like an early Easter, but yeah, it's something they've done every year and
like
they still
do. Pockets of the
the leggings.
Oh, the leggings.
Yeah.
So you're like a bunch of candy. What if that day's hot, bro? You're gonna have melted chocolate in your ass?
Not in Canada usually. March 21st or whatever it is. It's still pretty cold here. So
damn.
But yeah, so that's something they do, and now they're doing for their grandkids.
That's a cool tradition.
Yeah. So it's like there are cool things you can do for your kids like that, but it's like make everyone feel involved.
And they're kids. Like, I don't know, if you just tell like I don't know, some kids you give them a fucking cardboard box, they'll think it's a damn spaceship.
Yeah.
I think they just want to be involved and they just want to do shit. You know, like let their creativity run wild. You can make imaginary things and they'll run away with it, to be honest.
1,000%. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. My next story, Josh. This is from Today I Fucked Up.
Whoa.
And this is posted by I'm Miravella. The title is Today I Fucked Up by Asking a Girl Out on a Date.
I never think as long as it's just like you asked her and she said no and you respected that. I don't think there's any way you could have fucked that up. It's like, all right, it didn't work out. You know what I mean? Someone said, was she taken? That, yeah, maybe then. If you knew she was on a date or with someone else, then maybe.
Did she need a citizenship? Is that what it was? All right. Story goes as this. I, 27 female, have a crush on this girl, Danny, 25 female, for some time now. However, I didn't want to make a move because she's my little sister's teacher. I just felt it was inappropriate. I have confirmed through her social media that she's gay and that she's single. I tried to resolve my feelings and get over her. I even went to lengths of avoiding her. I always encounter her at school because my little sister had a phase where she didn't want to be left at school. Since I work remotely anyway, I bring my laptop and wait for my sister in the waiting area. Danny would always greet me and even brings my sister to me at the end of the day. So anyway, I couldn't get over her, so I thought, fuck it, I'll give it a shot. Luck must have been on my side because I ran into her while I was out one evening. So I took my shot and asked her. She looked surprised because her eyes widened and she didn't respond right away. Like she just stared at me. I was so embarrassed. I quickly apologized and I ran. Literally.
You didn't wait for a response?
I felt so immature for running, especially since she called after me. But I poured all my confidence in this and I am so embarrassed. Now I don't know how to face her after.
Oh, that's where it ends. Oh my God. You could have waited for a response. Even if it's a no, it's like, all right, just take it on the chin and be like, all right, no worries. Like, I apologize, whatever. Like, just running away is crazy.
Top comment from this one from Kai Theon. Worst she can say is no. OP runs.
Yeah, that is the worst case scenario. Jesus.
There is an update though, Josh. So
Okay.
we're gonna find out what happened.
Your sister must have like crazy like age gap. Like
Maybe, yeah, for picking up at school like that. Yeah.
So
for the update, they put, hey, so it's me again. I have an update on the most embarrassing moment of my life. So I recently asked a girl I like out. So stupid me got so embarrassed about it, I ran away before she could answer. I wanted to disappear, but thanks for all your support and encouragement, we finally talked properly. She actually ended up reaching out to me first, but since I had her personal social media account blocked from mine, because I tried to get over her because I asked her out and I forgot about it.
Jesus.
She reached out to me through her work account. She was really confused because 1, she didn't know I was into women. Number 2, I put her in an awkward situation in public. And 3, why couldn't she find my socials through her personal account? So I officially apologized for all the trouble I did, and she actually laughed. I also told her I had a crush on her for a while now and had a sudden burst of confidence that time. She said she was glad I did. Otherwise, she would have just admired me from afar because she never thought I was gay. She said she liked me for a while now too and always tried to make our paths cross just to see me.
Whoa.
I was like, oh my God.
You're a stalker.
Anyway. Teacher, what are you doing?
Oh my God.
Anyway, she asked me if I can add her on her personal socials, and I did. I also explained that I blocked her there before because I was trying to move on from her. She found it cute. I don't know why. I found it cringy. Anyway, we had our first date last weekend. It was super awkward. Like, we talked a lot on chats and stuff. We even call each other at night sometimes, and we talk nonstop. But when we had our first physical date, we barely spoke any words. When we were having coffee, she had a pastry with it. So I tried to reach out for her hand, and I kid you not, it was right next to her food, so she quickly moved the food away.
OP, you might be the most awkward person I've ever heard.
It was like those memes, and I didn't know there are some people who really did that. Like, I had my own food. I wouldn't take hers. We were both shocked at what she did, and she immediately apologized. She said she had brothers growing up, and she moved on instinct. I wouldn't know because I only have a sister. I guess it was her turn to be awkward now. Maybe we'll make this into a routine now. We laughed about it though, and then we finally held hands. Anyway, thank you so much for all your support and encouragement. I was ready to be in by the ground by your comments, but your comments really uplifted me. So too long didn't read. My crush and I finally went out on an official date after an awkward and embarrassing encounter I had when I first asked her out.
Damn. It was giving
Not gonna
me.
lie, that would have been me, bro. Like if someone's like reaching for,
Hey,
touch
it's my
shit.
food. Bite their hand.
It's like Jamie Foxx like impersonating Denzel. It's like, get your fucking hands away from me.
Or Joey from Friends. I don't share food. Man.
Top comment from this one from Ray Chu. They put, "This is disgusting." Lee cute.
That was like me when I said it. Because I said stalker, and Midscore was like, I was going to say cute before Josh said stalker. And I will say, that is a common trope in rom-coms where it's like, there's a fine line between cute and this is creepy. You know what I mean?
It's like when boomers tell their stories about how they met their significant other, right? Like, I pestered her so much till she caved in.
I harassed her till she went on a date with me.
80 years later, we're still in love.
That's like Glenn from Superstore.
Superstore?
Yeah. When he's just like, no, Jerusha worked at my store, and I asked her out on a date every year for a month until my father made her. And he's like, oh no. Oh God, that's a good story. Thank you, John, for bringing that to me.
Oh yeah.
Let me decide which one I want to do here next. Let's do this one. It's a bit of a longer one. Most of mine have been today, to be honest. All right, so this one is posted by Emmett Soul on r/wedding shaming.
Ooh, let's go.
Title is Friend was removed from bridal party due to pregnancy.
Damn. Is it one of those friend groups that are like, she's gonna ruin the aesthetic of the picture, so let's kick her out? Maybe. I know it's not Am I the Asshole episode, but I'm gonna go asshole.
All right. So I have a friend who has been seemingly waiting her entire life to have a wedding just to be in control of things. She literally sent out invites telling her guests about her expectations on how they act at her wedding. She asked me, quote, in brackets, a gay man, to be in the bridal party, and I said yes initially, very excited to share the moment with her. I went dress shopping with her and was extremely supportive throughout the entire process. She planned her bachelorette to be in New Orleans, which I was initially so stoked over, despite it going to run up a hefty bill while I'm trying to save up for nursing school. I committed to going under the pretense that I would be sharing a room with one of our mutual friends, we'll call her Gina. Everyone else at the bridal party belongs to a new friend group that she has gotten through her new soon-to-be husband. They're all married to the groomsmen, who are also supposed to be going to New Orleans as a joint bachelorette party.
Sounds like trouble in New Orleans. Golly. New Orleans is lit. I love New Orleans.
Oh, damn.
And I gotta say, top 3 food scene in America.
Really?
I'm putting it up there. It's so fucking good.
Damn, well, maybe I have to go sometime. In 4 years.
In 4 years.
Other than her sister, me, and Gina, we were the odd ones out. The only ones without significant others going, and the only ones not in this new friend group of brides. I literally did not know any of the groomsmen or any of the bridal party besides Gina and the bride's sister, and I only knew the bride's sister kind of. Fast forward, Gina asked me and the bride to go out for dinner one night. I couldn't make it because I worked, but asking us to go to dinner was just because Gina wanted to tell us that she was pregnant with her abusive boyfriend's baby. She has been dating this piece of shit for nearly 10 years, since before I even knew her. So I take their relationship with a grain of salt because she's in the driver's seat of her own relationship and chooses to stay there. She makes the money, pays the rent, pays all the other bills, and her boyfriend basically doesn't work and cheats on her the entire time. He doesn't even do the bare minimum in literally any situation. He's just a total freeloader who walks all over Gina, but all you can do as a friend and seemingly stuck in that awful relationship is be there for her. Otherwise, why be friends with her at all? Anyway, Once the bride in question found out Gina was pregnant, she disinvited her from the bridal party entirely. The bride never told me this. She just disinvited her on the low. I found out when I saw that she got removed from the bridal party group chat. So I called the bride to ask her why Gina wasn't involved anymore, and she paraphrased it like she didn't want her to stress about the wedding while being pregnant, even though she pretty clearly conveyed to me in other means that she was just pissed off that she got pregnant. And she told me that Gina was nearly in tears on the phone as the bride disinvited her from the bridal party. The bride is extremely bitter towards all of her friends having children. She claims to not want them for herself, but gets so frustrated when she gets sidelined by friends because they start families. It is honestly childish behavior, and it's serial at this point. She is always making comments about her friends, essentially biting the dust after having children. So when she disinvited Gina, I was left without a roommate for New Orleans. Or so I thought. It turns out that the bride impromptu made an addition to the bridal party last minute and threw her in my room for New Orleans. I had never met this girl. She didn't know me and was expected to share a room with me. The idea was never even ran past me. It all just happened in the blink of an eye. I was honestly annoyed. The New Orleans trip just became a burden. Now I knew nobody besides the bride and her sister, and I was forced to share a room with a total stranger whom I never met before, when everyone else was rooming with significant others. She broke this news to me over the phone after I asked her, and I just kind of froze. This was no longer the New Orleans trip I co-signed on, and her blatant disregard for me in this decision-making process baffled me. So I took the time to process and eventually let her know that I could no longer make it to New Orleans. I blamed it on financials to avoid friction and attempted to salvage our relationship, but that wasn't good enough for her. She was pissed. She asked me if I even wanted to be in the bridal party, and I was so caught off by the question and knew she was insinuating that there was no place in it for me, so I said, I guess not. And she told me that I can come to the wedding as a guest. A couple weeks ago, she texted me, disinviting me from the wedding entirely. We've been friends for 10 years. She ended our relationship entirely over her stupid ass wedding, and she wanted that she waited for her entire life. And not for a magical moment, but rather to exert dictatorship-like power over a situation. I'm considering the bullet dodged at this point and the money saved. I have yet to experience a wedding I even remotely enjoy. They all end up being god-tier level drama with hefty price tags tied to them. And that's the end of the story.
Yeah. Not only are you free from financial burden, but you're also free from the burden of having these fucking people in your circle.
Yeah.
They sound insufferable.
Toxic.
Especially the bride. God damn bitch, you ain't the main character. If people want to start families, that's what they're gonna do. Just because you choose to be child free, that is your prerogative. You could choose that all you want, but you don't look down on people who choose to do that. Their lives are not gonna revolve around you, and vice fucking versa.
Yeah.
Get the fuck over it.
Exactly. You can maybe mourn the friendship and like hanging out that you used to do, but to blame them on wanting to start a family is insanely selfish.
Come on now. And this is coming from someone who potentially never want to have children.
Right.
You know, so it's like if anybody was like, hey, I want to start a family, do you? Shit. Like that's what you want. That's what you want. But also I feel bad for Gina as well.
Yeah.
Right? Like one, the rejection aspect of it. And like I mean, OP, in a way, they said like, hey, at the end of the day, she sounds like a grown-up. She chooses to stay in that relationship. We obviously don't know what that full of situation of that dynamic is, but like, I don't know. It seems like Gina is just getting iced out and fucking isolated from like possibly a support system, which the support system doesn't sound like it's very good at all, to be honest.
No, not on her.
So I just wish Gina for the best, you know, hopefully everything's good with her, like she's safe and like her baby is safe, but yeah, I don't like people in this fucking story at all.
No. I mean, I hope OP and Gina stay friends. And someone,
I hope so.
Someone in chat, I missed it, but they said you should take Gina out for dinner instead of going to New Orleans because it sounds like you both need it. And And there's no reason why you guys can't still hang out and be friends.
Yeah.
Since you've been friends for 10 years. It's crazy. I can't imagine throwing away a 10-year relationship over someone, you know,
Mhm.
not financially being able to attend the bachelor party after I set them up with someone random in their room.
Yeah, that's
like-
so fucking. And it seemed like the bride already has a roster. Like, you know, me saying like it's like, oh, if I fucking dump you as a friend, like I got another one waiting. So it's like I think it's very superficial. Her friendships.
Yeah.
Seem like
It does seem like that because I imagine OP's already replaced. So yeah, I don't know. Very messy. Some people are saying all weddings are messy. I will say that's not always the case. I've been to many
that's
weddings.
not always the
and
case. Yeah.
Yeah, most of them have been great.
Most of the weddings that I've gone, I had a tear in my eye. I had a tear in my eye with Josh's wedding. I'm just like,
Wow.
oh boy, the boy's getting married.
Just one? Just
He
one
looked
tear?
so happy. A single tear.
And that's
The
all you'll
second
get.
tier. The second tier, you got to sign up for our Patreon to get that shit.
Is that where you cry?
That's when I fully cried.
Oh, wow.
Oh man, Josh, we got to take you to New Orleans someday, brother.
Yeah, I'm down.
Oh my God, the amount of beignets that we'll eat if you fucking like crawfish etouffee, you're gonna try a muffaletta sandwich, those char grilled oysters. Oh my God, I fucking want a po' boy, some crawfish, a seafood boil. My brother in Christ, we'll fucking gain 10 pounds there.
So it sounds like a lot of seafood. Which is not my...
A lot of seafood, but there's also a lot of other things
Okay.
there too. New Orleans is like, I made a joke about this to Josh in private. I'm like, there's only two favorite whites I like, Josh and Louisiana whites. They cook so damn fucking good, bro.
Yeah, we both do.
Yeah.
Damn. Someone said gumbo.
Gumbo's fire.
I fuck with a good gumbo. So.
Gumbo's so fucking good, man.
All right, John. How much time we got left? We might have time for two more. One more each, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, one each? You do one each.
Yeah, we'll see where we end up. Because we are going to be live tonight.
That
Right,
is
John?
true. With mid-score.
Mid-score. Is it public or Patreon only? I can't remember.
I have no idea.
Okay, well, I love that we've got this in order. Sean set this up. He's just like, hey, we're going to just do this.
That's a funny thing. Like always, Sean is promising all this shit for Josh and I to fucking execute. What the fuck?
It's like, yeah, let's start doing gaming streams. And then just leaves. He's like... He's like the CEO of a company. He just comes in and is like, let's do this. Let's pivot to this. And it just goes, Josh and John will figure it out.
You goddamn asshole.
Midscore says it's $15 tier. Okay.
Okay.
So
that's what the goat says, and I believe the goat.
I believe her. But yes, so we're going to be playing Berkelland Gnomes with Midscore on our $15 Patreon tier. So check that out. That'll be later today at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central.
Oh, yeah.
And if there'll be a replay, so you can watch it back if you can't make.
If you like, for sure.
Yeah. But with that, John, take it away with your next story.
All right. This one is kind of like, how would I say this story? I think this is a good reminder of how we should be as people sometimes. So to me, I liked it. It's a lesson that I probably could learn every now and then. So this one is from r/self by Mindshard. That's with a D, not a T, because I thought it was like Mindshard. I'm like, you pooped your brain?
That's actually not a bad username, though.
Dibs, Mindshard, because my brain is all poopy all the time. The title for this one is, I did something today that made me happy, but I don't want to share it with anyone who knows me.
That's sad. I think I'd like to share that stuff with people.
All right.
But I guess there's those personal things where you can just keep to yourself and be like, yeah, that was great. I can understand that. Okay.
All right. Story goes as this. My wife and I stopped at Walmart after work. My car is a magnet for careless people, so I park way off at the end. We're sitting in the car just talking before we go in, and I watch as the Jeep across from us opens a door and tosses fast food garbage under their vehicle. Bad.
That is terrible.
It annoys me. I'm so tired of seeing garbage everywhere. I'm weighing my options because I have a bit of a temper sometimes and I will chew out people who are being assholes. We do that all the time.
You'd be great for our show, actually.
Yeah, come through, buddy. I see her trying to start the Jeep, and I can tell that right away the battery is dead, and I have a bit of a laugh at the karma. Well, I figure I'll just go for it. I loop around in the car, aim it right at her door, tap the horn so she looks, and I just point my finger at the garbage. She gets out and comes out of the car. I'm ready for it to turn into a thing, but she actually apologizes, tells me she knows she shouldn't have done it, and was on the verge of tears, asking if I had jumper cables. I tell her I don't, but if she picks up the garbage, I can help. She does, and she's still apologizing. I ask her if it's a manual. It is. If she knows how to pop start I ask if she knows how to pop start it and point out that the parking lot slopes with at least 50 feet of straight road. She doesn't know. I tell her I can explain it. She asks if I can do it for her. I tell her I'd have to push the Jeep with huge tires backwards uphill to line it up. Anyway, I get her lined up. Explain that I'll push from the back to give speed. She needs to leave the key in the on position in second gear with her foot on the clutch, and I'd yell when to quickly release. I have no idea
I
what the
have
fuck.
no idea what this means either.
It goes without a hitch. Engine turns over, she loops back. She's in full tears, clearly having a bad day. I make sure she knows how to drive it in the highway for 30 minutes or more to charge, and she'll be good. We talk for a few minutes, and we part ways. So I guess what I want to share is this. Sometimes we all do stupid stuff, and a gentle reminder goes a long way. Don't go into a situation looking for a fight, because sometimes you'll feel guilty when you meet your opponent. Or it'll be a situation you can't handle. Just chill. It feels good to share knowledge. And that the world is a shitty place. But if you choose decency, you might be able to make it just a little better. So that's it. That's my story. I don't want congratulations because, to be honest, I let my temper get the better of me and went looking for a fight. That's wrong. And regardless of frustrations in my personal life, I should be more gentle. Don't assume you know what other people are going through, even when you feel they did wrong. Be the example you wish others were to you. I'm just thankful her and I both got an opportunity to take a not so great thing we both did and change the experience. I honestly don't want any kind of praise, which is why I won't be telling anyone that I know who knows that I won't be telling this to anyone who knows me.
Nailed it.
A kind act is its own reward. I'm just sharing it because I hope my experience can help someone else maybe do better than I did. Maybe more gentle. Maybe politely say something instead of looking for a fight. And most importantly, don't hoard. I got to share my strength and knowledge today and felt pretty cool pushing a little Jeep uphill, and even more proud when the pop start went off flawlessly. I can still get angry too easily, frustrated too quickly, annoyed for no reason. And I hope this experience can help someone else who reads it.
Hell yeah. My mind and heart both sharp.
Oh, my underwear is full of knowledge now.
The stains of knowledge.
The stains of wisdom is all over my crack at the moment.
I need to go to the restroom. But yeah, I mean that's wholesome. I will say, as I get older, I do like try my best in most scenarios to be like, maybe that person's just having a bad day. You know,
Mhm.
whether it's a really terrible comment we get or a someone who on the road who does something stupid. I'm trying to think of something like that. I was gonna say doesn't put their blinker on, but that's like such an easy thing to do that pisses me off. But there's like stuff like that where it's just like, maybe that person's having a bad day. I'll give them a pass or something like that because the world's shitty enough. Don't have to rag on everyone that you can. Just a gentle reminder in some places can take you farther. So yeah, good on OP.
Yeah, you're a better person than I'll ever be, OP. I love yelling at people. That's my shit. Especially when we get like hate comments. I'm like, that sucks. Your life sucks. Mine isn't.
Time to post it on Instagram.
Time to post on Instagram to fuck with you. I get a kick out of that sometimes. I'm like, wow, We pissed you off that much for you to get a reaction. I like that.
I have that much power.
That's where my power comes from. You're telling me a fucking short king triggered you over the internet? You fucking suck.
I'm going Super Saiyan, baby. Oh, shit. All right, John, let's hit this one, which will probably be our last one for the day.
Oh, yeah.
This one's posted by Deleted
Coward.
on AITAH. And the title is, Am I the asshole for changing my name after my divorce?
No. I mean, that must have been extremely annoying and time consuming for you to do that, but you're divorced. You are your own person now. Do what you got to do, my friend.
All right. So I, 30 female, have been married to my husband, 33 male, who we'll call Jake, for 10 years. We dated for 5 years prior to that, so 15 years altogether. We met at a comic book convention, and we were both into trading card games, video games, and all things nerdy. I thought our marriage was great until I learned it wasn't. Our divorce was finalized at the beginning of this year because I found out that he had been cheating on me with an 18-year-old at his job for 6 months.
You should be gathering the evidence and send this guy to fucking jail. Predator. Yes.
Where's the illegal one? That's how I want.
Illegal.
There we go.
Two things can be true.
Yeah, both. They're similar buttons, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I need a couple chairs.
Yeah. When I confronted him, I told him I wanted a divorce. He fought it. He cried. He pleaded. He begged for therapy. I said no. Cheating is an automatic grounds for ending the relationship for me. I've always held that stance that for me, once that trust is broken, there is no going back. And two, he's a man in his 30s messing around with an 18-year-old. Our brains aren't even fully developed at that age, and it just grosses me out.
As it should.
So we divorced. I made this decision to change my name after the divorce, which is a pain in the rear. Because I don't want to be connected with him even by name. I heard through the grapevine he was going through depression during and after the divorce, but that's not on me to fix. I hope he gets help, but other than that, I washed my hands of him. He found out about the name change from someone in our old friend group and broke down. He drove to my apartment at 2 a.m. screaming and crying that I can't just erase what we are to each other. Sir, we are nothing to each other now.
Mm-hmm.
The police were called by my neighbor because he was being loud, and apparently he had been drinking prior to driving to my apartment. So he got a drunk driving charge on top of the disorderly conduct and striking an officer of the law. Motherfucker. It's going to... That's a few years in jail, I'd imagine, right?
I hope.
Now I'm getting texts from his friends and family that I shouldn't have changed my name because I knew he was in a depressive state and my actions pushed him over the edge.
His actions were all the fucking reason for this is happening.
Correct. I've blocked their numbers, but new ones pop up with the same rhetoric that it's my fault and I should have tried to work things out with him or gotten him help. So Reddit, am I the asshole?
Hell no. My guy, this is a classic case of fuck around and find out. And unfortunately, you were trying to fuck around with a damn kid, essentially.
Yeah.
And mid-score, it got that thing I was thinking of too. How old was this 18-year-old really before he started being interested in her? Did he wait for said 18-year-old to turn 18 to make it, quote-unquote, legal for them to pursue it?
Yeah.
And all the divorce, all the depressive state that you're going through, I don't even feel for you, bitch, because you caused it.
No, I agree. And it's like, because 18, been cheating on her for 6 months with this 18-year-old. That doesn't leave a lot of room for being 18. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's weird either way, but that just makes it even a step weirder. And then, yeah, the fuck those friends and family. Like, how dare they blame you for his actions? He cheated on you. I can't imagine. I can't imagine my friend telling me that their partner cheated on them and then ever think of blaming them for the issue. It's like, even if they were a bad partner, it's like, okay, yeah, just divorce them, and then like then you can go be with someone else. You know what I mean? Like cheating is never the answer. So yeah, just it fucking fries my brain that some people out there would even think of blaming OP for this. It's also her name. Let her do what she wants.
Yeah, and it's like okay, I mean, like we said already, this is all the consequence of his actions. If anything, OP is the one that has to do all the inconvenient work.
Right.
He's the one that fucked up everything, and now she got to go to the DMV, got to get all her card information changed, everything,
not only that,
benefits, all of that.
It sounded like she was pushing the whole divorce thing too, so she had to probably do extra work for that to push that through.
Yes,
because he was probably fighting it the entire fucking time.
Oh my god, I fucking hate this guy. He got what he deserved. I hate it when fuckers use, but my mental health is bad. You caused it.
This is your fault.
This is your fault. I'll feel bad for when you caused that shit to happen.
No, get your own help and figure out your own life. That's not her responsibility. Reddit deemed not the asshole, and cchair95 said not the asshole, and honestly, you might as well cut off his friends and family too for your own well-being, or at least set strict boundaries with them. They're pieces of shit for defending cheating. I wonder how they would have reacted if you were the one that cheated. To which OP responded and said, we got along while we were married. However, they are very religious and divorce is a big no-no. Which in brackets is funny that they didn't have much to say about him cheating though. Rolling face, rolling eyes emoji. I had stopped talking to them when they took his side during the divorce, but hadn't actively blocked them as they weren't spamming my phone at that point. I'm definitely blocking them now though. So kudos to you.
Crazy.
I will say it is insane of extremely religious people to be like, oh, you can't get divorced. It's like, motherfucker, he cheated. Isn't that like a no-no? Like top 10 no-no list?
No-nos, yeah. Thou shalt not commit adultery, right? That's a no-no, ain't it?
Yeah, I don't know if divorce is on there.
Sometimes that needs to be had.
Yeah, it's just insane to me.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And that's where we'll leave it on that super happy note. Well,
people can ask questions if they want to.
Yeah, that's true. We can end on some questions or anything like that.
Sandra, you're a goat for this. Sandra on our Patreon says, don't forget to shout out Juliet's side hustle for International Women's Month. I was going to do that, guys. If you would like to support my wife, she makes amazing jewelry, all handmade. Go to etsy.com/quintasera. I'll type it on the comments. She's doing the work, man. She's in school full-time, job full-time. She's the best. So if you want to support her, check her stuff out.
Hell yeah, dude.
Typing her username in the comment section. Fred, no, you're not. We're not taking any questions from you, sir. Next.
Nah, Fred deserves it.
You taking his shit. Look at his name. John Chicharron. That's my name. Like, I'm your fucking pork rinds. Fred? Hell no.
I think that's hilarious. Here, let me share. Instagram's stupid because I'm not signed in and I can't share the fucking. There we go. God damn it. I can share this one thing, I guess. There. This is Juliet's one of her necklaces.
Oh, goats.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
green.
especially it's green. It's for it's perfect for like St. Patrick's Day, even though it passed already.
A little late, but you can get it for next year.
A little late.
Or if you
she
just
has,
like green.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Shout out Juliet.
It is Jade. Team Ang. Yes.
Hell yeah. Sorry, I was just seeing if there's any questions. Yeah, I guess I can shout out our merch once again while we wait for some questions to roll in. But yeah, Reddit on wikishop.com. You can get our Animorphs merch, which you should get John's. You know,
Don't.
I'm fully on board with John's.
No, we want. Please don't. I don't want that shit in public.
But yeah, we are raising money for what's the exact fundraiser? We're raising separate funds for Canada.
I forgot the name, but it's like the biggest, lupus foundation in Canada and vice versa in the US.
So all mines goes towards like any shirts that have me on them be going towards a lupus foundation in Canada, and anything with John and Sean will be going towards lupus foundations in America. So we can turn my fuck up into a positive, which happened on this show, actually, the live show. So
Demise is a joke. Like, I'm not really, but it's a really scary face that I got. You did great, because at the end of the day, if people buy it, it's gonna go to a great cause. But my God, why'd you? I mean, do I just look like that? Okay, it's my fault for being born like this.
No, it's not Demise's fault, because they did it exactly to what Sean asked for. That fucked up middle face on every Animorphs book. Nailed it with both you and I. And then Sean's actually just looks good all the way through.
I mean, because he just looks good all the time.
He does.
Motherfucker.
So yeah, it's not their fault. They nailed it. Alexa Explorer signs up for 3-month membership and says, I have no questions. I just didn't want my special message to go to waste. Oh, thank you. And then Bex Girl Magic said, joined for 13 months. Hell yeah.
Wow.
Said, joined in around 12:30 while driving home from Ottawa. I pulled over to take a pee and say, I love you guys. Hell yeah.
That's funny, because there's a peeing story tomorrow's episode, which is kind of funny. D Nice on the Patreon chat says, Josh and John, can you shout out the Discord community? They've helped me so much this year mentally. I will absolutely shout that out, D Nice. If you haven't joined our Discord community, literally full of goats. We have a chat, like they have chat. We're not even going to claim that. We're just there, but really it's ran by the community. Shout out Saskia for being the excellent mod and the goat mod that you are. But if you just want to talk, vent, post pictures of your pets, recipes, your fitness goals, books you're reading. I've seen that there's a book club there now. Our community and the Discord community is so amazing. Lots of great people there. So if you want to join, our links are going to be on the show notes as well.
I would love to do like a Patreon book club, but I don't read fast enough.
Audiobooks, brother.
I know.
I'm on my 7th book right now. I think I'm going to finish it this week, to be honest. So I'm pretty excited.
My biggest thing with audiobooks is I have a hard time like retaining the information, because I will zone out sometimes. And then I'm like, I don't know what that last page said.
I'm the opposite with books, because then like I look on a page and then next thing you know, like I see something moving in the background. I'm like, huh?
What's happening?
And then I forget about the
shout out to Ray, who sends $5, says, I remember I made a super chat saying that I stayed home from work because of my lupus, and that's when Josh fucked it up. That is
starting into a werewolf.
That's where it came from. So thank you, Ray. Appreciate you.
Fred is asking if you've seen any of the edits he's made, but I am afraid that if we show that in a public stream, that we will get monetized, unfortunately.
I saw the cum one, which was hilarious.
Jesus Christ. Remember an episode we did in like way back? We punished Josh for, he literally just says nothing but cum for 5 minutes straight for the outro.
Yeah.
That was like probably our first sex. That was probably like our first like 15th episode or something like that.
Early.
It was bad.
Yeah, that was bad. Oh, man. All right. Well, with that, John, I think we can close it out, the episode for today. But if you missed it, like that one fath in our, that one father in our Twitch chatter said, speaking of zoning out, I don't remember half of this live. That's okay, because
that's true.
Later on this afternoon, I'm going to post it on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, or wherever you listen to the podcast, and you can listen to it just like a regular episode. So stay tuned for that. And if you forgot it, you can just rewatch again and remind yourself what happened. So, John, is there anything else you'd like to say before we close out the episode?
No, Reddit on wikishop.com, Reddit on wikishop.com. Again, shout out to like, I'm just blanking out. Oh, shout out our merch. The My God, the Animorphs merch is out right now. Again, if you buy a Josh merch, it will go towards the Lupus Foundation Canada, and then if you buy Sean's merch, I'm not going to mention me, it'll go to a charity here in the US. So rentalwikishop.com. Join our Patreon if you want bonus ad-free episodes, early release, bonus live streams, and all that, as well as our YouTube membership. And last plug. Follow me on John's Poverty, guys. I'm raising money for charity. For every follow that I gain, I will pledge a penny. And so far, we've raised nearly $40. So
That's crazy.
and that's going to go towards North Texas Food Bank. So helping the neighbors out in need.
Hell yeah! All right, WikiManiacs. We'll see you later for the live stream on $15 tier. If not, we'll see you for Friday's episode. Bye.
With Midscore. Bye.
Therapy.